All right, the immortal John Hancock here with another live game chat. I really like doing these and connecting with people who have collector questions or just checking in. I like to talk a little bit about what I'm doing. And so, yes, very excited about that. So, yes, Rush Gull, rest in peace, Ouya. That's right. I recently did a video about the Ouya and the server shutting down. It's the end of an era which a lot of people didn't even know existed. So, yes, for people that don't know, I'm a huge Ouya fan and had a lot of fun with the console, and I still will use it to capture footage from time to time. And so, yes, Big Bearded Beast Collector, what's up? So a lot of people, favorite 8-bit do gamepad. Well, I have two, and funny, I'll show you right now. I would say probably overall my favorite 8-bit Do, I said it wrong. 8-bit Do controller. This one's pretty good. The Sega one that they just released is awesome. I also just got this, and I got these for my NES Mini, and so these are pretty sweet. I got a pair of them. Cheap off eBay. You do need to update the firmware. There's some lag issues, I guess, but I will be taking care of that. So I'm pretty excited about that. How's my day going? I'm tired. So for people that don't know, I'm a teacher, and I'm a second grade teacher, and my school year is winding down and getting ready for the summer. Have several announcements to make. I'm going to be at 3 main game expos this summer, and so I want to be announcing that and excited about that. So, yes, I've never beaten Snatcher in Sega CD without my 8-bit Do. Yeah, sweet. What's up, everybody? Yeah, so I'm going to be... Are you going to be watching the new Mortal Kombat movie when it's released in 2021? Probably. You know, Mortal Kombat is something I grew up with. I am a fan of the series. Yes. The movies are okay, but I've seen them all. Yeah, I'll definitely see it. All right. Benner Lego. Hey, John, can't stay, but want to say hello. Hello, how's it going? Yeah, so I'm going to be at 3 expos this summer. And so I'm going to be at the Seattle Retro Gaming Expo, and I'm going to be there on Saturday, and that's June 15th. If you're in the Seattle area, you want to check that out, definitely. I'm also going to be up in Canada at the Vancouver Retro Gaming Expo, June 22nd. And a future announcement, I'm going to be at the Game On Expo early August. And so, yes, love to see all 3. Some of you at all 3. But I'll be at the Game On Expo in Arizona early August. I can't wait. Excited about doing that. And so, yes. What have I been playing this weekend? A little bit of Switch, a little bit of classics. I've been playing a lot of Borderlands, a pre-sequel. Been playing that with some friends. Yes. Been doing a lot. 74 people on the stream now. Welcome. Have I seen a new trailer for the new Quentin Tarantino movie? No, so I have not. Hey, John, I'm finally getting the Dragon's Lair trilogy physical copy Nintendo Switch from Limited Run. Awesome. Yeah, so Dragon's Lair is on every single platform in existence. And I'm happy that Switch is getting their trilogy. Awesome. A nice physical copy for collectors. Nice. Looks like Sentinel NBA Live, Bolton. You found Streets of Rage for $2. Sorry. Nice. Thoughts on Metal Jesus fan video? Chris Benjamin. Yeah, it's great. I mean, happy that he went over there and had a great time. He did a great job putting together a series of videos, and thought it was awesome. Did you see the ND dev game Gunlore X is on the Switch? Yes, going to be talking about that very soon, actually. Yes, I did see Gunlord X, and that will be making it into a future video. Do you own the Sears Videocade version of the Intellivision? Yes, I do, and I own a boxed one. What's up, William? What's your favorite Master System game? Ooh, that's a tough one. Off the top of my head, Phantasy Star, hands down, probably my favorite Master System game. Though that's not the one I always go to. Shinobi's up there. I like it with the enhanced sound, too. I love that. What's a cheap way to HDMI GameCube? Not really a cheap way. The Carby is the best option for the inexpensive options that works the best. So that's my recommendation, is to go with the Carby. Yeah, PS5. Really excited about the PS5. Yard sales rock so far this year. So I've gone to 0 yard sales this year. So yeah, I don't know. The yard sale season around here is so hit and miss. And so it's one of those things, you know, a lot of competition around here. There's a lot of gamers, a lot of competition. And, you know, this last couple of years, I've been mostly purchasing my game stuff from game stores. And so I don't mind paying a little bit more. Yep. That's right. Thank you for those addresses, Dirktown Online. Yeah, the Metal Jesus video in Japan was pretty awesome. I'm starting to collect Master System games. I just got the console, couple controllers. Awesome. The Sega Master System is a great system. Have you ever played Crusader of Senti for Genesis? Yes. Snivy 524. I have the complete collection, and yes, I've played that. Kind of a great Legend of Zelda knockoff. Have I played Legaia 2 Dual Saga? No. Hey, Luke. Hello from Luke Thrat. Yes. Have I been to Japan or Europe? I've been to Asia. I've been to China. But I haven't been to Japan. Haven't been to Europe. John, do you have Dig Dug 2 on the Nintendo Entertainment System? Mappy Gamer 455 of the complete licensed U.S. collection, which does include Dig Dug 2. No, I don't have a complete ColecoVision collection. ColecoVision's a pretty challenging collection to go for. I'm missing about 15 to 20 games for a U.S. set. I have quite a bit of ColecoVision stuff, though. Yeah, I'd like to go to Japan. You know, it's really tough, though. It's challenging. As a teacher, you know, I can't just leave during the school year. And some people were asking, well, why didn't you go with Metal Jesus? Or why haven't you, you know... it's really challenging for me. I have 180 days of school that I have to teach. And I only have 2 personal days. And I don't like taking sick, especially, you know, it's illegal to take sick time for something other than being sick. And so I stand behind that and honor that. I'm blessed to have a school year schedule, which is great because I can go to expos in the summertime. And so... it's frustrating sometimes because there's these expos that go on during the year, and it's really challenging to go to them. John Kratz, thank you for the $2 donation. Most appreciated. And subjects, so I teach second grade. I get that asked a lot. I'm a second grade teacher. Yes. All right, Luke, I just received my first Famiclone. I was wondering if it works with the disc system. Probably not. So Famiclones often do not work with the disc system. You may want to try it, but probably not. Can I get a hello from Jamie, UK? Hello, Jamie from the UK. Woo! Thanks for coming on. You get a hats off, too, with my messed up hair. Did I used to teach college? Yes, I did. I used to teach intro to game development and psychology, like an entry-level psychology class. What games are you most looking forward to playing this summer? A lot of Borderlands. I'm playing Shadows Awakening for the Xbox One. Really good game. Really like that a lot. Quite a bit. Any favorite Dragon Quest game? I don't have a favorite, but I enjoy playing the Dragon Quest, the earlier ones. Yes. Dragon Quest 7's pretty good, though. Do you own Berserk Voice Enhance? Yes. Yes, Michael E., I do own a Berserk Voice Enhance on cartridge, yes. What's your favorite game of all time? I get that asked from time to time. It's Robotron 2084. It's an arcade game. I like the Atari 7800 version. What's your favorite game on the Switch? That's a great question, too. That's hard to say. I jump around on the Switch. I don't really have a favorite right now. 112 people on the stream. Happy to answer collector questions. If you had to trade your video game collection for any other collection in the world, what would it be? If I had to trade my collection for any other collection, what would it be? Probably a Star Wars collection, if I was going to trade it. Your favorite Castlevania game? Greetings from Guatemala. Jose, my favorite Castlevania game is probably the original. I really like the original. Got anything you're excited about for E3? Nope. No, that's another, that's going back to like, I'd really like to travel more, but going to E3 is really tough with my schedule. And so I'm excited about that. A little sad that I never can really go because of my school schedule. Hopefully, bringing up the museum. And some people are asking, so what's up with the museum? Still the game plan as follows, is to form a nonprofit this summer. I wanted to form it already, but there were some issues with family they had to take care of. There was 2 deaths in the family and before summer, and so I'm going to be hopefully taking care of that, and then moving forward with probably a 5-year plan of just getting like a building and finances together. There's a huge hurdle moving forward with the game museum, but my focus is laser on it. I plan on doing it. It's just going to take time. A lot of people are like, why don't you have it by now? Well, it comes down to money and location and just getting the ducks in a row. I want to do it right. Do you have a favorite console that you've played on before or still play on? I really like the Sega Genesis. Sega Genesis to me is probably one of my favorite consoles of all time. Do you have an ETA for accepting donations? Well, once I form the nonprofit, I think that's going to be the next step. But there's no timeline before that, and it wouldn't be right. But a lot of people want me to open it up, and that's the plan. Yes, it's just going to be a long time, and I never said it was going to be immediately. So it just. Yeah, Coyote Kelly, thank you for the donation. I just scored a decent FZ10 3DO lot today with 10 complete in box games. What game is your favorite on the 3DO? Probably Star Control 2. Samurai Showdown was a good version on the 3DO. Thank you, Coyote Kelly, for the donation. Most appreciated. Will they ever release Paprium for the Sega Genesis? Paprium? I think I'm saying it right. So I'm donated. I contributed to that. And now there's a big question mark on, is this $89 game even coming out? I have no idea. I donated it. It's the downside of contributing to stuff like that, because you contribute to it and you hope and pray that it gets released. And so yeah, that's a tough one. What's your thought on the Pound HDMI? Pound for what system? Those are a decent, inexpensive option, though there's some sacrifices with going those routes. Yes. I have a Super Mario Brothers 5-screw that's worth $50. Congrats. What's up with the Polymega? I haven't heard much about it lately. I think it's still coming out. I think they recently announced some things. You may want to go to their website. I'd like to test it. We'll see. What's your favorite Game Gear game? Fatal Fury Special is pretty good. Super Turrican 2 or Mega Turrican? I like Mega Turrican, though Super Turrican 2 is pretty good. Though I have to say, Gunlord X. If you're going to go with like a Turrican game, Gunlord X just got released on the Switch. So. Alright, me and my friend Metal Jesus want more original Xbox games on Xbox One. I agree. Alright, welcome everybody. 117 people on the live stream. Do you think the PS5 will be totally backwards compatible with or just PS4 backwards compatible? I think it's just going to be PS4 backwards compatible. I mean, a lot of people want... The PS3 has completely different architecture, so there's no way... I don't know how they would get that to work. So, there's that issue. I think the PS4 would be fine if it was just PS4. The best 16-bit game for you? Wow, that's a tough one. Ghouls and Ghosts, Streets of Rage 2, a lot of Sega Genesis classics. What do you think about Flicky on the Genesis? Good game. I think Flicky's a good game. Who has more video game oddities, you or Kelsey Lewin? I do. Rush Galt. It all depends on what you consider oddities, but I have a much bigger collection, and I think I have many more oddities. I just don't, like, she has oddities from imports and sewing machine and stuff, but, like, if people really saw all my oddities, I mean, look at my oddball section of my videos, and you can just get, I have a garage full of oddities, and so I definitely think I have more. Do you collect for the Commodore Amiga? Yes, I do. I do collect for the Commodore Amiga and have quite a bit. Nice. Nice. Wired Up Retro. Loving my Ouya. Nice to see some Ouya love in here. All right. Brad C., do you think Nintendo will ever have an achievement system? They should. That's one of the things they need to do, among other things. But yeah, Switch does need an achievement system. All right, Joseph. Congrats on completing your North American Wii U set today. How far do I have? About 50 games away. I haven't really focused on it. There's been some other things. I just completed my Jaguar collection, and we'll have that in a future video. Know of any odd documentaries like the Rockafire explosion? There's a ton. Go check out. There might be there's a ton of odd documentaries. Netflix is a good place to try for documentaries and stuff. There's the Fire Festival. That's a great one for odd documentaries. Check out the Fire Festival. That's a really good documentary. Tips for collecting the Wii U. Just started. I'm at 34 games so far. Start getting them now. Don't wait on the Wii U. It's not going to be like the GameCube or the Wii. You're not going to find it. It's going to be hard to find. Are you interested in Nintendo Power magazines? It depends what you have. I have quite a bit. So, that's something that's one thing that, I'm out of space in my house. And so that's one thing that a lot of people may not know is that, I've been collecting a long time, and that's really looking forward to having the collection in a different place. And so that's why the museum makes sense. Yes, my museum will include lots of different things. Hopefully some console variations and game variations, yeah. Any tips for easily spotting fake Nintendo boxes? Yeah, have them open up. Opening up a Nintendo box inside, much harder to duplicate. Yeah. What video game sequel were you most disappointed with? Ooh. Oh, Rastan Saga 2. The sequel to Rastan was a piece of junk. Hated that game. Ooh, I hated that game. Rastan Saga 2 is the most disappointing sequel I could think of off the top of my head. Do you have all the versions of the Genesis of the same game, like Micro Machines 2? I don't have all the variations. There's a ton out there, just to let you know. I have a majority of the cardboard box variations. But yeah, that's one of the downsides of going... I have 31 complete collections. So there's sacrifices when you do have such an extensive collection like that. It's easy to super laser focus on one system or all the accessories or all the games. But when you have such a wide variety of consoles and games, it's really... There's some sacrifices that happen when you do that. Yes, side scrollers. I do accept donations for the museum. Absolutely. Yes, want to thank everybody. 112 people on the live stream. I think it's a little iffy, a little jumping around today. Yep. Do you plan to have your games playable when you open your museum? Well, Brad C., I'd like to have a playable section. I think having everything playable is going to be impossible. And I think there's going to be a wear and tear aspect of an upkeep. It all depends on how much funding I get for the museum. There's lots of different ways to go. Want to thank John Kratz for moderating. And so going back to the museum, yeah, I'd like to have a playable section. But, is it viable to have every single console open for everybody to put their hands on and play? Probably not. And so there'll be a way for many people to play. And the question is what will that look like? Yes. Robert M. There's several lists of the Wii U. I don't know the exact count, but that's well documented. Go search the internet. Have you considered an on-the-road museum? No, I will not have an on-the-road museum. For one thing, it makes me scared to think of having this collection go mobile from town to town on the road. I couldn't possibly imagine if there was an accident or something. That'd be tragic. And I don't want to travel. How late will the museum stay open? That's like down the road. But, what I would like to do is occasionally do an appointment, a private appointment, if necessary. But, I'm going to have a life outside of the museum. It's going to be my main job. And so I'd like to go home and spend time with my family. And so there might be a modified schedule. We'll see. Vancouver, Washington is the area I want to open up the museum. There's a lot of things that need to be considered. Is the city open to it? Or is the city willing to fund it? A lot of it is going to come down to funding. I'd like to have it within driving distance of my house. I would like it to be accessible to an international airport. Lots of questions. What would you say your best find ever at a flea market? My best find ever at a flea market was about 300 box Nintendo games ranging $3 to $5 a piece. And it single-handedly helped me with my Nintendo collection. This was back in 2003, so a year after I was married. So that was a long time ago. It was hands down my best score for Nintendo. Yeah, Velvet Aaron, Aeon. Volunteers. That's going to be a matter that would be talked about with the board. Volunteers are great. Dealing with such an expensive collection, that's going to have to be some huge oversight with that. Cincinnati, Ohio has cheap buildings. Yeah, the thing is, I want it for it to work. For this to work with me, it's going to have to be my full-time job. And so lots of questions to answer moving forward with the museum. But I want to talk about it. Hey, look, my son's on. Justice Vlogs. Hello. Yeah, the security is going to be tight. Mm-hmm. Yeah, not much I can do. It looks like the stream is just kind of choppy tonight. Other than Dreamcast, what do you think about what is best for homebrew? Oh, best for homebrew? Nintendo's got some robust homebrew. And, Atari 2600 has amazing homebrew games. So, Robert Vera, thank you so much for the contribution. Most appreciated. All right. The Eternal Sarah Hancock is on with Justice Vlogs. So I want to welcome them onto the stream. Would you consider giving video gaming history seminars after museum opens? Absolutely. That's actually how I got a college job, is I did video game history seminars at college. Yes. Are you going to be feeling weary about people filming in your museum? No. I want to welcome all that. That's just promoting it and stuff, definitely. Hey, John. Let's see here. Do have a Dig Dug 2. Someone, Mappy Gamer 455. I have a long list of things that I'd like to do a video on. So, yes. What for people that don't know is, so some people say, do video on this and that. I try to do a wide variety of video topics and stuff. I get a large amount of suggestions from many different people. One of those ways of doing suggestions is through my Patreon. Those people support my channel every month for as little as $1 a month. And I have a tier section there. And I do want to talk about it because, it is a way for me you get a personal video from me every month where I do an exclusive video. And one of the tiers is that you can be the director of one of my videos. So that's one way of doing that if you want me to do a specific video on a particular game. Robert M., thank you for the contribution. Most appreciated. So, yep. Our sports games you enjoy. Tecmo Super Bowl, top of my list. Mike MR8. Do you think people will be collecting consoles just for the games in the future because of consoles like the Xbox? Yes, Chris Gamer, people are already doing that. People are collecting games and just putting them on shelves and being proud of that, not playing them. So yes. So I want to thank Robert M. and Robert Vera for the contributions. Do you think Nintendo will explain their online service to include SNES, N64, and GameCube games? Well, their online system sucks right now. I'll just say it. I love the Switch. Hate their online system right now. It's not good at all. Coming to any conventions on the East Coast again. Robert, nothing planned. I wasn't able to make Long Island this year because it's on the same day as the Game On Expo. And so the Game On Expo, I promised Gamester81, good friend of mine, and I'm not going to be going to Long Island because of that. If they're ever on different days, I'd love to go back to Long Island. Had an absolute blast there. Tecmo Super Bowl is one of my favorite. Yep. All right, keep the questions coming on in. Switch needs Xbox Live. Yeah, like there's going to be some type of streaming service for Xbox, but that doesn't. Nintendo fans want, I think, better Nintendo service for Nintendo games, and I think that is needed. And so, maybe Nintendo is thinking about moving forward with something outside of the Switch. There's so many things that they could do to make it better. I think they have a good start. The Switch is an amazing console. To me, honestly, if I'm speaking about the Switch, I think that the Nintendo Switch is what in a way, the Ouya tried to be, but didn't have the momentum. And so Nintendo is home to so many ports and awesome indie titles, and I really like that about the Nintendo Switch. I think it knocked it out home run wise, and I'm going to do a video soon about that. Arcade USA, friend of mine, awesome friend. David Valdez, collecting question, Atari Lynx. Do you have a preference over sealed game or open games, or do you just collect CIB regardless of condition of the box? David Valdez, to answer your question, I collect both. I don't have a preference. I recently did a Patreon exclusive video on Ninja Gaiden 3, and it was sealed. And so it would have been nice to have an open copy of it to open it up and show everything. So I do prefer open box just so I can show everybody the manual and everything. But I wasn't going to unseal Ninja Gaiden 3. It was just one of those things in nice shape. The one thing I know about sealed games on cardboard, though, is that the seal eventually will tighten. I mean, it tightens and it crushes the box around it usually. And it's something to consider keeping something sealed. Sometimes slitting the top of a sealed game, especially a game that's not thousands of dollars, is actually better for it. The Eternal Sarah Hancock still on. Yes, she loves her Ben & Jerry's. Been kind of a quiet night, and so we'll just continue on with this. Do you like the Fallout New Vegas games? Yeah, I do. I wish I had more time to play them. I've been playing a lot of Borderlands with my coworkers, and so that's kind of been my jam. All right, thank you, John Kratz, for moderating tonight. Any good handheld consoles from China? Just curious if there's many. Luke T, there's a lot of Chinese rip-off consoles. If you go to like AliExpress, there's a ton of that stuff out there. I've really tried to cut down on that. While, the Soulja Boy was a very successful video and people are curious about that, the more I think about it, it's just one of those things. Like there's a lot of knockoff stuff coming out from China, and it's nothing wrong with it. But the big issue is that all the copyright material that's sold on it illegally. And it's been weighing on me a little bit. It's one thing if you mod it yourself and put stuff on, but You know, companies over there blatantly ripping off intellectual properties. I have a problem with that. Am I excited about the Final Fantasy VII Remake? Not really. Any thoughts or announcements about the Evercade? I did a video, David Valdez. You may want to search my channel on the Evercade. So I do talk about it. The Polymega, I haven't talked about that. I think it's interesting. I think it's expensive. So while I'm excited to see what the Polymega does, their price point is pretty expensive. You know, is someone willing to spend more than the cost of a current gen console to play retro video games just through emulation? Do you get to attend any conventions in Canada? Cody Johnson, I announced that earlier in today's live stream, is that I'm going to the Vancouver Retro Gaming Expo, so I'll be there. I've gone there every year. Grew up on the Atari 400, 800 computers. Do you prefer to play games on cartridges or floppies? Definitely prefer. Someone here? Someone wants to come and say hi. Come on in. All right, we got my son, Justice.
Thought these PJs would be appropriate for this stream.
Yep, got some Pac-Man PJs. They had a little ghost on them that you can move them around, but anyways. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, high five.
I have a question.
Okay, what's your question, Justice?
May you share about our cat, Taylor?
Yeah, so I have two 20-year-old cats, and our tuxedo cat, Taylor, is 20. So along with Princess Fiona. Yep, I showed Princess Fiona on the live stream, doing the Castlevania playthrough, and yeah, Taylor's the other one. Yep. Favorite party games for the Switch? Towerfall. Towerfall, hands down, is my favorite game to play with friends on the Switch.
Yeah, Mappy Gamer 455 Pac-Man is the best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, two 20-year-old cats.
Yeah, 20 years old is pretty old.
Yeah.
Buy your son a dog. Oh, sorry, I'm not a huge dog person. Taylor the cat is blind now. Yeah, Taylor's blind.
Been blind for about 2 years.
Yeah, that's sad.
Thank you, Tori M. Most appreciated.
Thanks for all the videos and clothes. Yeah. Hi, Justice Braden. Oh, Mom. Love you.
Have you played Rage 2 yet? Nope. Saw that Rage 2 wasn't multiplayer, and I thought that was a dumb idea. Just being honest. I mean, I play a lot of multiplayer with my coworkers and stuff.
Favorite game to play with your son?
Well, favorite game?
I think when I was little, we don't really play games too often together, but like Super Smash Bros.
Super Smash Bros. We just play two-player Pac-Man.
Yeah. That's fun. On our one-up arcade cabinet, which they nicely sent to us.
Mm-hmm. No, I bought that one.
Yeah.
They sent me the Centipede, which I then donated to charity.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see.
All right, 110 people on the live stream.
I'm just going to look at some of the comments.
Okay. Best way to play Pong in 2019? You know, honestly, buy a Pong unit, buy a CRT, play it old school. That's the best way to play Pong.
Boise person, I hope I'm pronouncing it right. My favorite game is Minecraft and Roblox. John likes M-rated games. Smiley face. Mom! Okay.
Aero Fighter's a great multiplayer game. Me and my brother played all the time on my Super Nintendo.
Jeez, the comments are rolling in.
Yes, they are.
GG.
Brad C., my leak in my game room update. It was fixed. It was a $5,000 fix. But yes, the leak in the game room is fixed.
Did you ever get the Atari fix from the recent YouTube video?
Yes, I have an update with that. I'm going to do an updated video probably on my Facebook channel. So I can talk about that right now. So the short answer is my Atari ST actually ended up being functional, but my disk drive was out. And I had six disk drives, and of the 6, 4 were dead. and I had to test it, and I'm gonna show just a quick update of that probably Monday.
Favorite Pac-Man port?
Oh, favorite Pac-Man port?
Hold on.
Mine is the Atari 7800, the Pac-Man collection.
Mark Jones said, "Hey, I'm a huge fan. Thanks for all the videos you were constantly uploading through the week." Aw, nice. Thanks for watching our content.
Yep.
Or his content.
And I want to say I'm proud of my son. So my son Justice, he's in some advanced classes at his school. He gets extra work assigned to him, and he's going to a STEM camp in Seattle.
Wait, tell your son what it's like living with the retro gamer.
He doesn't know any different.
Yeah, it feels like it just feels like normal to me because I've never had anything different. You know what I mean? Like, if I had two dads, maybe, then it would be weird, but, like, this is all I know, so it's pretty normal to me, besides the
Thanks for
crazy
being on
games.
Thanks for being on the stream. All right. All right, Justice.
He's got good taste.
Worst Pac-Man port? You know, there's a couple bad ports. I want to say is it Miss Pac-Man on the 5200? There's a couple ones. There's a couple rough ones made, definitely. When did Justice start gaming? When he was about 3, he was playing like Space Invaders and Centipede.
That's funny. I know a lot of you guys are gamers, so I've been wondering if you guys are excited for the Animal Crossing for the Switch.
Oh yeah, Justice is a huge Animal Crossing fan, so yes. Currently playing Dragon Rider for the first time on the Dreamcast. Have you ever played? No, I've not played that. I haven't played a ton of Dragon Rider.
So if you guys want to say what you guys
All right.
are...
I'm going to let you go.
Okay, love
All right.
you.
Love you too. Thanks for coming.
Okay, bye.
All right,
like
see ya.
and subscribe, please.
Oh. Has Justice played Harvest Moon? No, he hasn't. He might like that, though. That might be a game that he likes. Luigi's Mansion 3. That's another one. Yep. What's your favorite Ninja Gaiden? The first one. Yeah, I got great kids. He just wanted to come in and say hi. Do I have Dig Dug on the Famicom? Boy, Mappy Gamer 455. You love your Dig Dug, don't you? I do not. I have a pirate card of it though. Yes. Stardew Valley. Yes, my friend introduced my son to Stardew Valley, and he loves it. Yep. Yeah, Stardew Valley, if you haven't played it, is an amazing, amazing game. Yeah, I got great kids, both of them. Good kid. He's very, very understanding and very thoughtful kid, and that's the best thing any parent would ever want. Their sons and daughters to have is empathy. Best game for a 4-year-old? Space Invaders. Space Invaders, Centipede, something easy like that. You know, play it with them. Sonic the Hedgehog. Am I looking forward to the new Zelda? I am. I don't know. I don't know what I think of the artwork though. The Zelda looks interesting. I don't know what I think of the artwork though. Are you coming up to the Vancouver Retro Gaming Expo this year? Yes, Dan Murray, and I announced that earlier this stream. When is your favorite Contra game? What is your favorite Contra game? Oh, the original Contra is amazing on Nintendo Entertainment System. Yeah, Animal Crossing, the new Animal Crossing is going to be awesome. I just got the Sonic Collection for the GameCube. It's awesome. Yes, it is. Favorite version of Tetris? Got to go with the old school Game Boy. Tetris 99 is pretty awesome for a new version. But I have to say, going to old school Game Boy version. Do you think that Super Nintendo games will ever stop increasing in price? And favorite Super Nintendo game? Do you practice any competitive games, fighting or otherwise? No, I'm not a real competitive gamer. The problem with that, and the reason why, is that I spend, a lot of people, I spend about 25 to 30 hours on my YouTube channel outside of a 40-hour work week with my family. Doesn't leave a lot of time to competitive game, because outside of that, then I do want to do some gaming with my friends. Krillin 64 in the house. I want to thank everybody for being on this live stream. 109 people watching. I want to thank everybody. Hit that like button. Oh, Burnout 3 is a great game, Zach. Zach Roser, yes. Yeah, Castlevania Collection's amazing. It was fun live streaming that. Do you have any complete game sets? NC Mr. Tandis. Yes, 31. Do you want to say hi? Okay, come on in. Come on in. Come on in. My daughter, Kaylee. You gonna say hello?
Hello.
It's my daughter, Kaylee. She's been on several videos. And my other amazing kid. And so, do you like school? Yeah. What do you like about school?
Friends.
You have friends, yeah. Yep, she's going to be in 4th grade. Real excited. Yes. Yep. Awesome kid to have. She loves gaming. You're my gamer. Yeah. What games do you like playing?
Fortnite.
I like playing Fortnite a little bit. Yep.
And Smash.
Oh yeah, she loves Super Smash Brothers. And she recently got into a little bit. You got into well, you like Pac-Man. Yeah, you like Pac-Man a little bit. But yeah, Fortnite definitely.
Peace.
Yeah, great kids. So, all right. Getting back to the stream. We got about 18 more minutes. And so, yeah, she's a great kid. Ever thought about trying to collect a full Japan set of systems? Really tough to collect regions that aren't here. It's really expensive. And so that's that. The Genesis collector asked, what do you think about the Genesis market? Doesn't seem it took off like the Super Nintendo. It seems like collectors are starting to get into the 32-bit systems. Prices dropping on 16-bit. I don't think they're dropping. I just don't think the Genesis is always going to be in the shadow of Nintendo systems. And so the problem with Genesis 2 is that a lot of the good games have been ported several times on many compilations. A lot of people don't know how great the Sega Genesis library is. It really supersedes what people know out there, and it's a wonderful system to collect for. I'm just really happy to have collected my set when I did. That's right. Huge Sega fan, if you haven't noticed. I've had this hat a long time. Got it at PAX several years ago, and really neat. Okay, any ideas or hopes for the next 10 Genesis mini games? Well, they better include Aladdin. That's my big... I keep talking about that, but Aladdin would be nice. I don't think that... And they need a sports game. So I really think they need a sports game, and hopefully that those two can be included. Do you have your home store or eBay store? I can buy my doubles, right? No, all my extras go to a friend of mine. He has a game store, and we do trades. And we don't really exchange currency. We just kind of trade back and forth. And so he finds me stuff, and I give him doubles if I come across any. I don't have a ton of doubles. I'm not into selling my extras per se. Sometimes I'll have some extras. I'll bring them to conventions or something for some extra scratch money, but I usually sell them at a discount. And I just don't have... I get asked that so many times. I'd rather just go to a good friend of mine, and he's got a local game store, and it helps him out. Yeah, Aladdin would be a big price for a license, but Aladdin is like one of the best Sega Genesis games. I mean, hands down, Aladdin was an amazing, amazing game on the Sega Genesis. It was a good example of how how the Genesis one was, I feel, superior to the one done by Capcom for Super Nintendo. They both were good, but the Genesis one was way better. Well, it's funny they say that Super Nintendo had more higher quality games than the Genesis. The Sega Genesis actually outsold the Super Nintendo in the United States. A lot of people don't know that. And it all depends on how you look at it. Because while I agree that Super Nintendo had more polished games. Did they have more quality? I don't know. Sega Genesis was kind of like, there was a lot of games that just never would have been on the Super Nintendo, and that's why I enjoy the console. And so I agree that there was higher polish on Super Nintendo. I agree with that, especially with first party stuff. But I don't think people give credit to the Sega Genesis library. It was really good. Thank you for the $10 donation, Jeffrey. Do you own any of the analog consoles? Jay Ash, I did 2 reviews of the Super NT and the Mega SG. Yes, I own those 2. Have they come up with a way to prevent disc rot? They have, but it's really expensive, and I don't know all the details of it, but it's not viable for people's collection. That's how expensive it is. Yeah, the Genesis to me will always be a iconic system. I grew up with it. It was the first console that I purchased with my own money, and thank you for the $10 donation. Most appreciated. John. Hey, RC from New York City, thank you for the donation. It's not appearing on I'm having an issue with my stream. But anyways, I want to say RC from New York City, most appreciated for the donation. Yeah, it's lagging pretty bad. Yeah, it's lagging pretty bad. Just hopefully it'll get better. I want to thank my moderators, John Kratz and Krillin64. Favorite smaller YouTube channels right now. Brian's Man Cave and Arcade USA come to mind. They have steady content and they do good things. They're both friends of mine. I really appreciate both of them. It's most appreciated. There's a ton of there's a bunch of great channels out there though. Storm Terror, thank you. My wife and I love your positivity and content. Storm Terror, hats off. Thank you. You and your wife. Mappy Gamer 455. Hey John, do you have any Mappy games? Yes, I do. Would like to see Sega make a new console, and it's an extreme long shot. It is. I think the mini console. I think they're gonna look at that and see if that's something that's viable. Maybe not. Maybe they'll just do a mini series of stuff. They saw Nintendo be successful with it. Why not? 118 people on the stream. We have 48 minutes into this stream. We have about 12 more minutes. So yeah, I'm going to be ending this at 8 o'clock. I'm going to be doing a video and just going to be talking about some of the games I've been playing on Switch. And go from there. Holy cow, Jamie Stewart. $10 donation, holy cow. For a new collector interested in working in a complete system, would you buy as many common titles as possible to start, or would you look for rare titles just before they appreciate? Well, the challenge is, I would for a new collector, I would probably get the common stuff for a system to see if you like it. And then, I really think that, playing a console will determine if you like collecting for it or availability. So it's really challenging collecting for a console that's very hard to find. And so I would definitely start with the common titles for new collectors. It's going to save it on your pocketbooks. Chris McVeigh, thoughts on the recently announced Neo Geo 2 and 3? My thoughts on Neo Geo Codename 2 and 3, I'm excited to see what it is. Hopefully it's just not another emulator box. Definitely rare first if you know you want to collect for it. I don't know if I agree with that. I think that, you know, when you're jumping into a console, I think it's good to get sometimes the common and cheap stuff first, just to have it. You know, because if you're not playing something or saving up for a rare item, it all depends on kind of, are you gaming or collecting or both? I think if you're just collecting, going for the rare stuff, yeah, but you're gonna sink a lot of money into one game or item when a lot of that money could be used to get 5 or 10 games that you're gonna play more. So I don't know if I agree with that. Favorite Jaguar game: Alien vs Predator and Tempest 2000. Blake J, I just finished my Jaguar collection and got an original copy of Battlesphere. Christopher Benjamin, most awkward moment in Last Jedi. Boy, where do I start? Frozen Mary Poppins Leia moment in space. The terrible joke at the start with Poe. That was bad. Really bad. There was a couple, you know. Luke drinking the milk from that alien beast. That was weird. If I went after rare games first, I would still have no games. Agree. Yeah, Krillin 64. I love Tempest 2000 on the Jaguar. It's a great port. Jeff Minter. Okay, Christopher Young. I teach second grade, so I teach all the subjects. All right, we got about another 8 minutes. 101, 102 people in the chat. It's been pretty smooth. Been cruising tonight. What are your favorite Jaguar CD game, and do you have a complete US Jaguar CD collection? Krillin 64. I'm missing some boxes. I do have all of the discs though of a Jaguar CD collection. Yeah, I'm not a huge Last Jedi fan for Star Wars. Baby woke up later, so later all later Kellen. Been kind of a chill day. I was kind of tired today. I'm pretty, you know, the school year knocks it out of me pretty hard, and it's a tough one sometimes to bounce back from. And so I've really just been trying to appreciate just a quieter afternoon, hopefully. I want to thank everybody for on the live stream. Going to be ending it in about 7 minutes. What's your favorite Star Wars game, arcade or console? That'd be Rebels, Rogue Leader 3 Rebel Strike, because it has Rogue Leader 2-player co-op in it from Factor 5. What will it take to open a gaming museum? Tim, all around, time and money. You know, the answer to the game museum, I talked about it extensively in this live stream earlier in it. So there's that. But so yeah, time and money. Will we see your wife anytime soon? She was posting on this live stream, and she hopefully will be on a future video. Oh, that's sweet, Robert M. Thank you for the reminder. Star Wars came out today back in 1977. Wow. That's a long time ago. 42 years. Are you excited for Streets of Rage 4? Yes, I am. Do you like to listen to video game music by itself? Yes. Favorite tunes? Rygar and Ninja Gaiden soundtracks are, to me, perfect. Brandon Pierce, just curious if you collect children's consoles. I remember playing V-Smile with my little brothers and actually have some fun with it. Yes, I collect like LGN Video Art, Children's Discovery System, just to name a few. But yeah, I collect all that weird stuff. Yep. Thank you, Sean Parker. Most appreciated. 96 people on the stream. Clear my throat there, yeah. Too bad we'll never see the original film again. If you're talking about Star Wars, let's see here. All right, Rodrigo has a question. I'm from Brazil, and here ColecoVision is not popular, but I have one in my tiny collection. I see a box over your head. That's incredible. How big is your ColecoVision collection? Pretty decent size. All right. LGN Video Arc sucks. Yes, it does. I have the Action Max, and I have the Interactive Vision as well. What am I drinking? Coke Zero. Kind of my go-to. Little Diet Pop. Are you a fan of the point-and-click games like Monkey Island series? Yes. Full Throttle is my favorite point-and-click game in that series. I remember purchasing that and just being blown away. Full Throttle, just an amazing game. Jessica W. I'm 60 games into my Sega Genesis Master Drive collection. Is there anything I should buy that is underpriced in the current market? Well, there's a lot of, if you're into sports games is where it's at. So look at like Tecmo Super Bowl, NBA Jam Tournament Edition. Those are fun games that don't get enough credit. They really don't, and you know they're fairly inexpensive. Check them out. A lot of fun just to play too. They're just fast arcade action. I love those. I love those quite a bit. The early Madden games, if you like American football, and you know even the NHL series is good. 93, 94. NBA Jam. I remember doing an early PRGE, which I'll be at this year. And that's another huge expo that I attend every year. Looking forward to it. Have you played the point-and-click game that Metal Jesus was in? I can't remember the game. He showed me it. I haven't played it personally. Yeah, hockey, huge fan. Yep, a couple more minutes, then we'll go ahead and end this live stream. General Chaos is good. Mutant League Football, but she's looking for... The question Jessica asked was, I think, for underpriced. And you're always going to get best bang for the buck with sports games. Usually. Yes. I want to thank everybody for being on this stream. It's been a great night and, pretty chill. So, yeah, I'm going to be doing a video. I'll be uploading a video as normal tomorrow morning at 8 on Sundays. It is quite exhausting sometimes to balance work with YouTube and live streams, but I wanted to do this. Because I like interacting with people that support my channel. Thank you so much. You support my channel by interacting, commenting. It means the world to me. Thank you so much. What's the best way to meet you at PRGE? I usually have a booth. That's usually just come by and say hi. Sometimes I'm roaming around. I'm also doing panel there, hopefully. Yep, Memorial Day weekend. It's been good so far. I'm going to be doing a video tomorrow. Vance's video game console reviews. Glad you could join. Huge supporter of the channel. Thank you so much. Blake J. from Arizona. I am going to be attending Game On Expo this year, so I'm excited about that. I want to thank everybody and thank my moderators, John Kratz and Krillin64, for moderating. Most appreciated. Yeah, PRGE is the big show. That if you're gonna do one show in the United States, Portland Retro Gaming Expo is where it's at. Yeah, it's my favorite hat. I've worn this quite a bit. It's awesome. I need to get another one. 4 o'clock in the UK, Jay Ash Warrior. That's hardcore, man. Thank you for being on the stream. It means a lot. All right, so Marshall Strong says, I travel all the way from Georgia to go to Portland. It's worth it. Agree. Mappy Gamer, do I have Earthbound? Yes, I do. What's your favorite arcade game? Robotron 2084. So we're at the end. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. I'm sure many of you are already subscribers. Most appreciated. If Sarah started a YouTube channel, what would it consist of? Probably vlogging. She'd be talking about her life, being a mom. Any more pickle videos planned? No. How big's my Switch collection? Not big enough. Of the Genesis, which is the best Mortal Kombat? Mortal Kombat 2. Okay, Blaze Pearson. I live in Washington. I'm going to be ending the stream. It is time to end the stream. I want to thank everybody. Thank you for being on this. It means the world to me. Make sure to hit that like button. This is the